Hi, I'm Dylan Reed, and this is my pitch for my final major project. Um, First of all, it's going to be called History of Skaters because it's going to be on the history of skateboarding. My concept is going to be it's going to be an interactive documentary. I'll be focusing on three main topics: a brief history of what skateboarding is, the evolution of skateboarding skills, and where it is now, and what it holds in the future. I'll also be talking about sport pioneers, um, such as people that have influenced the sport and changed it. With my target audience, I did research by conducting surveys, primary research, secondary research, and from that I got that my primary target audience is going to be 16 to 24-year-olds um, between the C2 and E category. Their psychographics should be interested in fashion and freedom from restrictions, which falls into skateboarding. Um, this audience will also be part of Generation Z, mainly because it's a younger audience, and then my secondary audience will be Generation Y because those are the people that came up with skateboarding and have seen where it's come and where it's going to go. So for my audience profile, from the research I got, I know most of my audience will want to watch it on YouTube and Vimeo because these are the most popular ways. I got this from my surveys. Um, yeah, they're from the D&E demographic, 16-24. Most of them are male audience, although there's still a nice, let me go check, 28% female. My secondary audience is going to be Generation Y, as I got from my research. They'll be between 25 and 34, and they'll be between the B and C2 demographic. For my primary research, which I made on SurveyMonkey, I've also held focus groups. With this, I found out the age, the gender, what my audience's favourite skateboards would be, and what they know about skateboarding in general. These are my initial findings. These three movies are similar products to the one I'm aiming to make. Dogtown and Bones Bridge both closely follow what I'm aiming to film, as they both use archive footage and interviews to explain the topic. Although those two don't follow my mode of address, whereas Made in Venice does. For my secondary research, I looked at case studies, similar products, looked online, read books, and conducted surveys. I looked at other surveys. For my secondary research, I've looked at the audience for E4 and BBC Three, as they both closely follow mine. I've also looked online at different generations. So primary my primary audience will be Generation Z, and then my secondary will be Y. Here are some images from my visual research, which relate to my documentary in some sort of way. This image here shows different skate companies which I'll be talking about, such as Supreme, Vans, Nike, DC. This image shows a penny board, just to show that I'm not just talking about one type of board. My mode of address is going to be interactive, as I'm going to be talking over stills, archive footage, and I'll be interviewing the subjects myself and keeping it informing throughout the whole documentary. My contributors will be Zach and Christopher. I've been in contact with both of them through phone calls and WhatsApp. and I've organised days which I'm going to interview them. One of them has work on odd times, so one of them might be hard to interview, but I'll be able to sort that out when I'm in production. The equipment I'm going to be using is a Rode microphone, a Canon camera, tripod, and when doing interviews, I'll be doing 3-point lighting in a studio. Some of the locations that I'll be filming at will be South Bank, Barnet, Clapham Common, and more. I'll be going to a lot of skate parks just to give my audience a general view of what skating looks like in different parts of London. In my schedule, it shows what I'm planning to do and what I've done. This helps me keep track of if I'm falling behind or what I need to do in time for the deadlines. For feedback, I'll be looking at my YouTube or Vimeo comments. I'll be sending out surveys on social media, and I'll be talking to professionals of the sport. I'll be making multiple surveys and getting responses, and then I'll analyse them after I'm done.